Hello, my name is Paula, Digital Granny, and this is the secret side hustle that makes me $900 days from home as a busy homeschooling mom. So I'm going to get right into this. By the end of this video, what you're going to know is exactly from beginning to end what I do. If you happen to jump on, I invite everybody to join me on my lives because it's fun. It's interesting when I get to meet people from all over the world. I want to be able to interact with you. I would love for you to join me on a live. If you're watching this replay later, drop me a replay in the comments. Let me know one of your favorite things about this that interests you, and let me know where you're watching from. Okay. And let's get started today. Before I go any further with this, I'm just going to show you this is what an income disclaimer is. Let me move me to the side a little bit or a lot. Okay. So this just basically is saying that we are not guaranteeing, I'm not guaranteeing anything. I don't know your work ethic, and it's fair to say that it's fair to say that we don't guarantee. We cannot guarantee. It's like the gym. Just because you get the membership doesn't mean that you're going to get the results if you don't use the equipment and show up, right? It's the same idea. So we just have to share this with you, so you can screenshot that if you like, and we're just going to carry on. And I'm going to talk about how I actually this is, a lot of people look at this as a side hustle. I personally don't look at it as a side hustle because this is my main thing. We do talk about side hustles because it is something people could do on the side, because it doesn't require a lot of time. In the beginning, got to give yourself a little bit of time, but this is only requires 2 hours a day. So I love what I do because I do have $900 days, and I get to share that with you. I'm going to walk you through everything beginning to end. Okay. These are some of the highlights of what this is. It is building a real legit business online in the pockets of your day. Okay. So these are some of my favorite things. I get 100% profit on numbers like this: 100, 300, 609. I work 2 hours. You should put aside some time for learning. Okay. This is the framework for how you start. There's no cold calling. We're not chasing people. We're not sliding into DMs. I'm not bugging family and friends. It's not an MLM. We make 100% profit. There's no it's not an MLM. I've never done an MLM in my life. Okay. And this is a business. So no degree, no experience. You need to be willing to learn. Okay. So this is an educational program. These are educational programs. If you have a small business and you're not reaching your customers, this is an opportunity to learn some digital marketing skills. If you don't have a business and you're looking for something that can fit into your busy lifestyle, this is a great side hustle. Okay. So it doesn't require a lot of time because, like you can see at the bottom, 24-hour automated system. I love that. I'm going to go through this and explain everything to you in greater detail. Okay. So let's start with, I'm going to share a couple of wins with you. So Lulama said, new week, $900 ding. That's our number one selling program. Starting another new week with a $900 day. Dear September, show me how good it can get. Okay. That's just one win from our community. So what is involved in the 2 hours? Let me break that down for you quickly. We create 3 pieces of content. That's short videos, like a 7-second video, a minute talking video, very short. 3 pieces of content. Choose a social media platform. All social media platforms work. If you like YouTube, start creating shorts right here. If you like TT, start over there. I mean, a lot of us start on TT, or there's people on IG, there's people on FB. Now TT, because you can get in front of a lot of people really quickly. So I'm a fan. I do use TT, and I love YouTube. Like, YouTube is my home. Okay. So I love YouTube. 3 pieces of content. You don't need to know how I make long form content, but if you're willing to learn, I do teach people how to do this. Okay. And all I do is go live. I don't edit videos. I'm just live right here, and I just click buttons. That's all I do. I just click buttons, and it's all here. So it's not difficult. But if you don't want to do long form like I'm doing right here, then just create the short videos. That's all we're doing. Posting free ads, all that is a classified ad. Like if you were to sell a pair of shoes, a coat, a couch, we just come up with a little in our program. You'll see examples of a classified ad, and then we give you 200 high traffic websites to choose from. The last half hour, respond to any comments. Respond to any of those comments that people might go on your content and they'll be like, what is this? How do I do this? Then you direct them to your automated sales system. What is your automated sales system? That right there. My website, that's my website. That's my sales system. Your website would be your sales system. No, you are not creating a website. No, you are not making these programs. We are simply reselling the programs, but the content that we create is very short. Okay. So that's to create the curiosity to get them to go. The goal is to get them to go through our automated sales system. Okay. There is a benefit to that. So, when they go through, let me come back to this actually. When they go through our automated sales system, so this would be your landing page, okay? Website landing page, discover how to earn, okay? So that is a generic one. I personalize mine. But you get this, okay? This is a done for you ready business in a box. So this is what would happen in automations. This is an automated system. So they see your landing page or you can call it website. And then 1 out of 20 buy, okay? I lost myself. Oh, I know why. Because we're on that layout. Okay, sorry. Then 1 out of 20, the average is 1 out of 20 buy. Once they get into your system and they see the video from the founder and they see the other video that's in your email list, 1 out of 20 buy. It is awesome to me to have an automated system. Okay, so that is one of the benefits. You can, let me share my screen. Okay. You can, let me make me a little bit smaller or right there. That's not that big, is it? How about like that? Oh, I don't like that. I think they changed this around. I feel like this seems to be smaller. I don't like it. Maybe they did change it around. They did an update, and I'm not familiar with the update. Yeah, it looks really small. I don't like that. Okay, we'll do it like this. All right. So that automated system, this is what mine looks like. Okay. When you go to Granny's, my automated system, when you go to Granny's, this is what comes up. Okay. Now, I'm just going to leave that there. If you haven't smashed that subscribe button, make sure you do. And if at any point during my video you just want to get started, you're like, man, I'm stuck, I'm stressed, and I need to do this, then just go to Granny's Getting Paid, put your email in 5 minutes, go back and check your email. You will receive an automated email from me. Then you can scroll all the way down and you'll be able, it says get started. Click on that and you'll be in my website. Okay. That's how you get started. The blueprint is free. So everybody, you can get the blueprint for this business model. Anybody can have the blueprint. Okay. So when you go here, this is what happens. If you don't know my story, I will quickly share with you. I was a mom. November 2022, I was a mom. I am a mom. November 2022, I suffered a mini stroke and my husband never showed up. There was no text. There was no calls. It was crickets. The reason I tell you this is because this is why I started to do the dash. I was stuck. I was a homeschooling mom, founder of a nonprofit, and I needed a way to generate an income. So what did I do? I prayed to God and asked God for a way, and he brought me a way. I lost my beloved black Suburban and my JOB in the same day. That's how I went from being a dasher to having $900 days from my home. because I started a program. I purchased one of the programs, right? Um, and that is my website. So that's my quick little story, because I needed a way to generate substantial income. I needed a way to create an income from home so I could be a homeschooling mom and I could focus on the nonprofit. Okay. So when you go there, that's my quick little story of I was struggling, not making enough. And now I'm working from my home with my kids. I love it. So when you put your email in there, right? The next thing that's going to happen, let me make me smaller, is you're going to see, I don't know why that did that. You're going to see a video from the founder. As soon as you put your email in, this video shows up, and this is the founder. And she goes through, and I don't know why it's doing this. It did this to me the other day. I don't know why. I can't even hear it. It might be my internet, or maybe it's a problem with the video. I'll have to make sure. Or maybe it's my internet. I don't know what the problem is. But there's a video from the founder, okay? And that video, she answers 90% of the questions. Then if you want to get through, yes, I'm ready to have a successful business. What happens is that this pops up. This is my actual website, and you'll see all 4 programs right there. If you want to get started, click on the button. Here you go. And then you could go to the payment plans. Now, if you were like, I don't want all 4 streams of income because this is all 4 programs together. If you didn't want that, you could go back and you could choose if your goals are different, you could scroll all the way down, and then you'll see the 6, the 3, and the 1. Okay. So you can choose. So if you choose the 600 digital mastery, then you'll get 3 income streams, the 100, 300, and 600. You're not purchasing one at a time. All right. So that's a good thing to know. And I wanted to have $900 like coming in. So that's why I chose the 900. All right. Now let me show you, let me get back over here. I want to show you something over here. Let's take this off, and I'm going to show you this. So our number 1 selling program is that 900, right? 12 customers times 900 is 10,800. That's only 3 customers a week. There are 5 billion people on social media, active users. We are simply creating content, right, to share this with people. The 5 billion people on social media are scrolling, and we get to use social media, which is free, and we can get our message out there. If you have a goal of having 10,000 in a month, just like I showed you there, like that's 12 customers. We often do runs like that. We call them runs. What is a run? So the next run is going to be a 30K and 90 day. That 30-day and 90K, 30 days, 30K and 90. I said it right, I think, the first time. 30K and 90 day run is a daily video. We just got done doing a 30-day momentum map where you learn how to grow a following, learn how to grow an email list, and you learn how to grow a customer base. In this program, you're going to learn digital marketing skills. You're going to learn how to attract customers to you. We're not chasing people, sliding into DMs, none of that stuff. So this is real. It is building a business. If you're willing to learn the skills, to attract that customer, that is the key. We're learning those marketing skills. Okay. Now, these are the programs: Legacy, Digital Mastery, Daily Paint, Launchpad. I'm not a big fan of the Launchpad. Why? Because I don't want you to have a website built for you. These programs are done for us. We're not building anything. We're not making anything. This is a business in a box. You walk into it, you get started. So I chose the Legacy because I wanted to have days like that, right? I wanted to be able to promote that because that I knew would make an impact in my life. I have all 4. There's a one-time website fee. It is a one-time. I should add one-time in there. I chose the 900, so I have all 4 on my website. There's no monthly fees to our main program, our main community. This is what our main community looks like, right? This is it right here. I'll make it a little bit bigger. Our main community has 55.9K thousand people in it. Okay. So, how do you get started? This is how you get started. Go into your program. It says click here to get started. You just start following it step by step by step. Okay. This is a step by step made for beginners program. I'm going to let you listen to Daryl's testimony for a few minutes here because Daryl's one of our 6-figure income earners. And I'm just going to let you listen to a portion of his testimony because we can share testimonials in our content from our people in our community. So I'm just going to add this.
Woo! Man, I know 19 and a half months ago, you know, a week prior to me joining this business or coming across a post when I had negative $6.34 in the bank, I was about to get evicted out of this house. My wife's car was about to get repoed and we didn't have nothing but baking soda and maybe 2 Gatorades in the refrigerator. And when I was inside of a lady's house, helping her with some life insurance, I came across this post, and after watching everything, well, once I had come to the 4 programs, I didn't have all of the money because I just got a $550 life insurance check that I had to work 60 hours for. And I didn't have all the money. So what I ended up doing, well, I came in where I could comfortably afford without taking any more food off the table by using the payment plan. That's the beauty of this. That's why I'm so glad that we're able to offer that. Because had I not been able to have the payment plan, I would have not been able to start. And who knows, I probably would have procrastinated and kept telling myself I didn't have the money. So was grateful that I was able to basically pay 3/4 less than what it cost me, which, you know, at the end of the day, I jump-started my business with $75. And, you know, I'm over $480,000 earned in 19 and a half months. You know, all thanks to telling myself I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. But just wanted to share that, guys.
That's awesome, Daryl. Wow.
Yes.
Congrats. That's awesome.
But guys, I'm Daryl Hanna. Prior to me founding this business, founding this program, for the last 2.5, well, prior to this, for the previous 2.5 years, I was doing life insurance. I was spending 12 hours at this exact desk right here, booking calls from 7 a.m. to 8:30 p.m. at night. And the other days, I was going out on the road, traveling all over the state of Tennessee, helping people with burial coverage for less than $600 a month, working 12 hours a day, 6 days a week. I mean, $600 a week, working 12 hours a day, 6 days a week. Before that, I was a welder. That's what I'm pretty much known at. That's what I've been doing over 20 some years of my life, 14 years at one job, 3-time employee of the month, sacrificing time, money, relationships, fatherhood, you name it, giving a job, everything, just to get fired and catch myself living in the woods and sleeping in my car for 3.5 weeks before spending 10 and a half months in a homeless shelter, separated from my family. And that was the eye opener for me. I realized that you can't trust jobs. They're not, you know, they only use you for what they can squeeze out of you. And after that, they're going to just expose you and bring somebody else in and pay them. And they'll tell you everything. So that's just something I realized right out the gate. But at the end of the day, guys, I just basically told myself, I didn't want to work a job. I didn't want no employer. I didn't want to have a boss. I didn't want to work 30 minutes, take 30-minute lunches and 2 10-minute breaks. I was done with that. And so I came online. I tried everything. I tried everything. I'd have been scammed before. I'd have been taken advantage. But I just kept on going because I knew that everybody wasn't the same. But this is the thing. Well, even when I got scammed, I just didn't do my homework. I didn't research. I didn't do any of that. And I was just joining people. I didn't have any relationships with them. I was just looking for the next shiny object. And that's the downfall. So you have to do your research. But after doing that, I found this program back here when I was at my worst, 19 and a half months ago on January the 13th. That's when I found the program. I joined on January the 15th. And guys, I'm just an old country boy. I tell people this all the time. I don't come from money. I want you guys to understand, everybody in here, we're just regular, blue-collar, hardworking men and women who was just got to the point where it was like, you know what, enough is enough. And I understand that the life that you want is going to cost you the life that you have. And what you don't have, what you don't know, somebody has to teach you that. So I knew when I looked at this program, I knew that in order for me to learn how to build a business and use social media, something that I wasn't good at, I had to invest in the information to learn the skills. It's no different than anything else. And so it's crazy how you make plans, and you're saying, I come into the year. Me and my wife was sitting on the couch, and I come into the year of 2024. I'm telling myself, after making like $60,000 working like a Hebrew slave in 2023, I come into 2024 right out the gate in the negative. But I kept telling her, this is going to be my year. We all say that this is my year. This is my year, new me, right? But of course, I told myself, if I didn't take any action, it was just going to be, I was going to be saying the same thing I previously done. So it's crazy how I went from negative $6 in the bank to, in 4 months as a newbie, to 100 grand, right? And here I am telling myself that if I can just make an extra $1,000 to keep my wife's car from getting repoed, because it was like 5 months behind. Like, we used to park it in the back so they wouldn't come in to try to find it. But you don't know what you don't know. I didn't understand the power of social media. And this is the beauty of this training that Michelle has made. Like, guys, I'm telling you right now, this is literally like some of the best training I've ever seen as far as like building a business online, because it's so simplified and just, you don't have to be smarter than a fifth grader. If you can watch a video and if you can implement that and you can stay consistent, guys, that's all you need, because everything else is inside the community: coaching, mentoring, support. We do everything, right?
So I'm gonna pause that. You get the gist of that, of his testimonial. But what I want to add into that is that, and let me take this off, is that I actually have my own community. So I'm going to go back over here and share this with you. Okay. This is the main community, right? We have if you choose the $900 program, which is Legacy 2.0, then there is training on that. As you can see, it's right now, it's live. That is exclusively done by our founder. That's Michelle. She does the training for that. Okay. Now that is on Mondays. They just recently changed the schedule. So this is what you have access to. You have lifetime access to this community, right? Now the training is changed to Mondays. There's also a free webinar that you can invite potential customers to. We have tech calls. You do have to follow a step-by-step to match up your payment gateway to your website that's made for you. The payment gateway, because we don't have your personal stuff, you will set up a payment gateway. I don't want to go into details on that, but just follow it step by step. There are options if you don't want to set that up yourself or connect it. I should just say connect it, because that's all I did was follow a step by step. I was scared and I was nervous, but I did it. And then that tech call is there. If you go ahead and do it yourself, you can just jump in and say, can you check to make sure I did it right? And they'll gladly do that for you as well. There is vetted tech so that they can do it all for you. If you want to do that too, that comes with a fee. So I didn't want to pay the extra. So I just did it step by step, but there's options. Okay. And then we have all kinds of other trainings, Q&A and audits. People will look at your social media. This is the main community. So I was talking about this 30-day momentum map. It is great. It is a great one to follow. I love it. And we're going to do a 30K and 90-day run soon. So this is where you can see wins too. Wins from anybody can post anything inside of the wins. Could be financial, could be spiritual, could be whatever somebody deems to be a win. Okay. Now, in addition to that, because this is me, I have my own community where it's very small, it's private, it's paid, and I help people. You have direct messaging to me for the first 30 days. I do a Zoom every single Thursday. Okay. Get in the Zoom. Ask me the questions. I'm here to support you, to help you. I post like a daily, this is just welcoming somebody, but I post like a little daily kind of thing, but that doesn't take away from the main community. So don't forget that you get to hang out with me. That's important because you get to work closely with me. I'm your coach. I'm your mentor. Some of the things that I wish I would have known when I started. So I made little short videos, and I also have little video tutorials in here. I have some little freebies, but I have tutorials that you can just click on and learn. And if there's something that's not here, you can ask me. I love what I do. I love who this is for. There's another couple of short wins here, Karen. $900 legacy sale. So grateful for how much I've achieved and the opportunities. Remember, we are learning digital marketing skills. You're learning how to build a business that is automated. $900 sale while living the Gen X life. Jessica, I love when sales come in outside of my 2-hour workday on a Saturday evening while relaxing with my family. Keep planting seeds. In time, it will grow. Grateful. This is, if you haven't already, make sure you smash that follow button. Make sure that you grab the free blueprint. Okay, guys, anybody can get that blueprint. If you have questions, reach out to me. I am always around. Ask me the questions. Ask me how I can help you. Like, let me know how I can help you, I should say. If you see this, drop me one of the favorite things about this in the comments. Tell me, what is one of your favorite things about this in the comments? If you are sitting on the fence and you're like, I'm scared, I don't have tech. You don't need tech skills. I just told you this is beginner friendly. You just need to be willing to learn and willing to work, willing to learn those digital marketing skills, willing to create content. This is a business in a box made for us. If you are busy, this gives you an opportunity to fit these little videos into the pockets of your day. Okay. I hope that this helps you. If you have questions, let me know. I always post, I try to post daily on this too, in the little post section. So make sure that you do the polls, kind of like it's a little community on YouTube. So make sure that you are in there as well. I really appreciate you hanging out with me. Drop a replay. Let me know where you're watching from. And if you have questions, let me know. Have a blessed day. Bye.